And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. We have news of the day for the 24th of June 2022. This is the game that we play that features 5 news events of the day that we try to find on a map. Oftentimes the news is presented to us, but not necessarily, we don't necessarily know where the actual location is. And some of this tries to get folks to understand and learn where these places are, like Svalbard and the British Virgin Islands or Hawaii or any place, Ukraine, Russia, doesn't matter where it is, and have some fun playing this GeoGuessr game. So we're going to play this game and do this as a no time limit moving allowed challenge. And as always, the play along link for news of the day is in the description below. And off we go. We'll find the first news event of the day here and see where we wind up. And not sure what happened there. But in any case, yeah, a little glitch there to start the day. News of the day, and we've got Abisko. Got some snow on the top of the mountains there, an autumn day or fall day. This guy looks like he's driving on the left-hand side of the road, even though this is Sweden, in Abisko. And why are we in this beautiful town? There's a Billiston. Look at that mountain way out there. Interesting. Looks like people are waiting for a bus in the middle of nowhere. Well, why is this news or anything? Well, it's an interesting article nonetheless that I saw on the BBC. A blue hole to the northern lights. And basically, a little known meteorological phenomenon makes a tiny village in Arctic Sweden one of the best places on Earth to consistently see the aurora borealis, the northern lights, commonly known as. So there we are, a single-lane highway towards Sweden's northernmost village is Abisko, located 250 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle. And this article is talking about folks that were headed up to see the northern lights. And what's interesting is that they quickly learned that Abisko is home to a blue hole, a patch of sky that extends 10 to 20 square kilometers over the village that remains clear regardless of surrounding weather patterns. So this phenomenon makes Abisko one of the best places in the world to consistently witness the aurora borealis or the northern lights. So this article here, you can read it. It's BBC Travel. It's in the description below. But we're going to find out where Abisko is. And unfortunately, it's during the daytime, so you don't see the northern lights. But supposedly, this is the best place to see it, probably in the world, in Sweden. So we go to the northernmost village. What do we have to find? Oh, there it is. There's Abisko. Abisko. And there, look at this, the Aurora Sky Station. So if you're ever interested, Abisko National Park, this is the place to be. Might have to put it on my list of places to visit when I visit Scandinavia. Hopefully the next couple years, or hopefully the next year, it'd be great. This channel gets to a point where I can go there, maybe with my family. So we'll see. Okay, so I think we're about here. There's that bus stop. I think that's good enough for us, and we'll go there. And we were 24 yards, 5,000 points. The Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis, Sweden, for the first round of news of the day on the 24th of June. And what is this? We slot over another country to what I believe is Finland. Yes, it is. It is Finland. They will tow you away if you park in front of this place. Let's take a little walk down here and see what this building is and what is the significance of this. It looks like some type of armory or arms of some sort. And we've got a nice square here in Helsinki, what I believe is Helsinki. And we're going to go into this, and yeah, this is, I believe, Garrison Square. If you're from Finland, comment down below. I'd love to hear from you on this. This, I believe, is the headquarters for the Defense Forces, or maybe this is the Defense Ministry. I'm not really sure. But cobblestone streets. I believe this is it. but could be wrong. Could be wrong on this. There's Hotel Fabian. Anyway, let's get off to this article. So, Finland has spent decades preparing for a war like Ukraine's. General Timo Kivinen said that the main responsibility for Finland's defense will still be borne by Finland. There's Timo, the commander of the Finnish Defense Forces, spoke about their military preparedness in a recent interview with Reuters. Finland has a sizable defense arsenal. They pointed to Finland's motivation to defend itself if attacked. And this is an interesting thing that I saw, and I think this is one of the things that was unique to me. Very interesting is in a May poll conducted by the Defense Ministry, which is an interesting. I don't know if it's very objective, but nonetheless, it does say 4 out of 5 respondents said that they would be willing to participate in national defense if Finland was attacked. If you're from Finland, I want to see if the comments. I know there's probably not going to be a ton of comments to make any type of decision or judgment on this, but if you're from Finland, comment down below. If you were attacked, would you participate in national defense or would you run the other way? That is the question of the day on News of the Day. So this is interesting. Finland's military strength has 280,000 military personnel ready in case of conflict, with an additional 870,000 trained as reservists. It's a lot of military presence there in Finland. I believe conscription might be a deal there. I'm not sure. Comment down below if you've got to serve at some point in your life if you are Finnish. The other thing I thought was interesting is temperatures headed. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but if you're in Finland, it looks like it's going to be headed towards 30 degrees Celsius perhaps this weekend. So warm, sunny weekend in Finland, and I'm sure probably parts of Scandinavia as well. So let's go back. We'll go back to this article. Again, all these articles are in the description below, and we'll find out if, in fact, this looks like it with the arrows and all the different things there, that this is Defense Square in Helsinki, Finland, home of the Ministry of Defense, which is always the key word, defense, not offense. There's never a Ministry of Offense. I guess if you're playing football or hockey, maybe you would want a Ministry of Offense, but not when it comes to war. We want peace as much as we possibly can, right? Well, that's interesting. We are. I see a nice restaurant near this, but I think we're here. I think we were here. Pulustus voimat paisekunta. There's the Hotel Fabian. So we are here at 26 yards. The Finland Ministry of Defense. All right, now you're off to a river and a nice countryside in what looks to be England. And why is this news? Well, an interesting news article nonetheless. So part of these is some serious news, and some of this is interesting news. And in this case, an iPhone returned to the owner after 10 months underwater in British River. An iPhone lost in a British river during a bachelor party. It's always interesting. I mean, probably that's when it happens. Was returned to its owner after being found in the water 10 months later, and it still worked. So there you go. There's something to say for Apple, I guess. Miguel Pacheco said that he found the phone in the water while canoeing with his family this month in the River Wye in Cinderford, Gloucestershire, and he took the device home to dry it out. I didn't think it was any good. It was full of water. He used an air compressor to dry out the iPhone and was surprised when it turned on once plugged into the charger, and it was returned to a fellow from Edinburgh, Scotland. So there you are. We are going off to the River Wye in the United Kingdom. I believe this is on this side of Gloucestershire. There's the Wye Valley, Ross and Wye, Cinderford, but I don't think this is near Cinderford. The River Wye, there it is there. a bridge going across. And I think we are about here on the Kern Bridge. And yeah, that's where we were. That's where the Miguel found Owen's phone. So there we are. It's always good a news event there. All right, so we head off from, we're going west across the Atlantic to Florida, to the Everglades National Park. And wilderness out to this part of Florida. No homes, nothing, there's nothingness here. And I'm sure most people would be surprised to know that there's a lot of, in Florida, there are Florida panthers, large cats. There are black bears. There are deer. There's a lot of crazy animals, believe it or not, in Florida. But one of the craziest animals that's actually not native, I believe, to Florida is what I'm about to show you. Is Florida inhabits the largest python ever found in the state. So there's the python, I guess, weighing in at 215 pounds, 98 kilograms, nearly 18 feet long, 5 meters. The female Burmese python was caught after researchers used a male scout to find her. She wrestled with the biologist for 20 minutes before she was subdued. Then her last meal was an entire white-tailed deer. So pythons have become pests in Florida as invasive snakes with no major predators outcompeting native species. So I think what's happened is somebody brought or lost a python or a couple pythons or something, or released pythons, and they've been uncontrollable with no natural predator in the Everglades, and not many people, or very little people. I don't think there's any development, nothing in this part of Florida. And so the pythons can roam unfettered, moving around at will. And I know that they have to capture these things, which taking 20 minutes is a heck of a capture. I mean, would not want to do it. So as you see here, once you get west of Miami and east of Marco Island or Naples, there is nothing for miles. I mean, this is Alligator Alley, the road. There is absolutely nothing but marsh and all kinds of fun stuff. But in this case, we were at the Everglades National Park headquarters, and I believe we were about here, right on Ingraham Highway, I guess that's what you say. And there we were in the Everglades, a Burmese python. Okay. And for our last news event of the day, we come to another, I would say, point of contention, or I should say, who knows what's going on. You know, I showed you obviously the Finnish Defense Forces. We know about Ukraine, Russia. We know about China maybe partnering with Russia, doing some deals. And now we head off to the far, far north. Quite frankly, I didn't know much about this. Other than, let's take a look at this. That is Lenin. So Lenin's statue, and we've got some sign up there that says something. Maybe it means communism or something on here. Let's see if we can get that on the picture here. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what that says, but what it looks like to me. So interesting. So we've got something Russian here, and it's on a Norwegian island. So Russia and China eye NATO's Arctic Achilles heel. So Russia flags flap in a stiff polar breeze. A bust of Lenin that we just saw looms out of the snow, and a vast slogan declares communism is our goal. No, this is not some time warp Soviet settlement lost in Arctic wastes, but a corner of Norway where Moscow can, theoretically at least, mine, build, drill, and fish what it likes. Welcome to Spitsbergen, the largest island of Svalbard archipelago and the NATO Achilles heel in the Arctic. These spectacular islands of glaciers and mountain peaks halfway between Norway and the North Pole are a strategic and economic bridgehead, not for just Moscow, but also for Beijing, all because of the most bizarre and little understood international treaties ever concluded, which gives Norway sovereignty but allows citizens to exploit the island's potentially vast resources on equal footing. Okay, so Barentsburg is what we're looking for. Spitsbergen has been covered with Russian sweat and blood for centuries, Moscow consul Sergei Gushkin said. I'm not arguing that it's not Norwegian territory, but it's part of Russian history. He makes no attempt to hide that some Ukrainians have left the Russian invasion since the Russian invasion in February. And Moscow's long wanted a bigger say in the archipelago, which has been a haunt of hunters, whalers, and fishermen since the 16th century. Yeah, there's that sign. That's what it is. It says communism is our goal. In Barentsburg, nuclear submarines from Russia's powerful northern fleet have passed Svalbard. And what's interesting is political science has made Russia's main interest is to avoid a situation where others use the islands offensively. So another point in what's an ever interesting time in the world, and we've got Russia and China eyeing this island perhaps as a point for potentially the Northern Pole, or for the North Pole, excuse me. So we're going to look up Barentsburg, find out where this actually is. Here's Svalbard up here. I guess it's natural resources, what this is all about, but there's not much up here, I would think. Especially during the majority of the year. So here's Barentsburg. We're going to look up this Lenin statue. But yeah, so this is interesting. This will be interesting if anything comes of this as well. There we are there. Interesting times in an interesting world. This is an interesting channel. We bring you some unique stuff. And hopefully you enjoyed this one. 33 yards, 5,000 points. And we get off to a 25,000 round on here. Hopefully you got this. As you see, there's a presence of Scandinavia and Svalbard. We got United Kingdom, the United States. We'll get some other stuff on News of the Day. We'll try to do News of the Day 2 or 3 times a week, maybe more if there's a lot of support for it. Hopefully you found this game fun and unique and interesting. But again, we want to bring you a unique game to help understand where some of these things are happening in the world. And maybe you don't even know some of these things that are happening. Like I didn't know about this, that there's nuclear subs that are passing off the south of Svalbard, but I guess that makes sense, right? Like Russia's here. But you look at different points of the world and you see the strategic nature of some of this stuff and the fun stuff. We can't forget about that, which is seeing the northern lights in northern Sweden, or the guy losing the phone in the River Wye. So interesting news events. Hopefully you like this. If you did, hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. I really want to get to 2,000 subscribers, so please subscribe if you haven't. Share this with your friends, and appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in. Until next time, cheers.